Halsin as you wish. But I do have one question. It's not because, you know, we haven't in a while. I'm fairly sure the only one in camp who hasn't is Withers. But even with him, one can never be certain. Even Jerky was meat once. Go right on with Halsin. Far be it from me to hold your hunger against you.
Did you find time to speak with your partner? A potentially delicate topic, I understand. It seems like you've no room for me just now. And I take up no small amount of space. Did you find time to speak with your partner? A potentially delicate topic, I understand. Somehow I am not the least part surprised. But I am glad. Now we will have each other, but not just each other. Our hearts are free to roam, together or apart, as nature designed. Now I need to restrain myself until we're afforded a quiet moment. Seek your bedroll when you are ready, but do not expect much sleep. You came. I was concerned you might have had doubts. Or that this might have all been too soon. Perhaps a little. Do you know how hard it's been for me to contain myself? I'm almost frightened to touch you. If I give in, I may not be able to stop until I've devoured you. As I do you. But nevertheless, I will be gentle. Or at least, I will try. Just as nature intended. Come here to me. Forgive me, I lost the run of myself. Sometimes, if blood runs hot enough, it's difficult to tame the beast. Ugh. You like it? Well, I need no further encouragement. You like it? Are you certain? It will be untamed, vigorous, and, well, large.
Copper for your thoughts? Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh, fine. I'll be here eating dirt or whatever.
What word, my love? That was something I had dreamed about for some time. And now I realize just how woefully meager my dreams were compared to the reality. I would still be there with you now, if the sun hadn't intruded on us and the city hadn't stirred for the day. I am open to anything. If you can find a piece of furniture that is up to the challenge. What word, my love? That was something I would still be there with you now, if the sun hadn't intruded on us and the city hadn't stirred for the day. No, don't say that. Perfect would mean there is nothing left to explore, and I see plenty to lose myself in. You truly are a feast for my eyes. Nature outdid itself with you. That was something I had dreamed about for some time. I would still be there with you now, if the sun hadn't intruded on us and the city hadn't stirred for the day. I had heard the municipal laws regarding large animals had been struck down. But still, perhaps we were wise not to push our luck this time. I have longed to hear your voice. Speak to me. Relationship. Such terms belong to civilization. A little unfamiliar to my lips. You know what we share is more fluid, more founded in the principles of nature. Indeed, I am but one of your lovers. You and I should each seek happiness wherever it lies. You are all I want, but I will not hoard you to myself. Let others know the happiness of being with you. No hardship from me. Far from it. Was there something else you wanted, my heart? Then you'll have me. Lead on. Nature has been most kind to let me share in your heart. What do you need? That was something I had. I would still be there with you now. If the sun hadn't intruded on us and the city hadn't stirred for the day. Are you sure? Holding back is not in my nature, but I would not wish to alarm you. Or harm you. As I discovered, it isn't so often that the bear is the one being eyed hungrily. Perhaps fate will afford us more time together. I hope it does. I've been unfair to you. But honestly,
Page material.
Enough, Ketzer! Sir, you...
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Then you don't need to be in the city. Next!
Oh, great headline. The Duke. Ravengard, I think.
Address officer for access.
Let us talk to him. Please, if he could just...
No refugees. It is decreed. Well, do you have the means to support yourself? Oh, sure. Now turn around and stop wasting my time. Next!
Fascinating. Ah, are you trying to get into the city? Got a minute to tell me about your experience at the gate today? There was a skirmish a few days back. A band of absolutists came close to entering the city. People started panicking, so the gate got closed. My editor at the Baldur's Mouth Gazette sent me down to get a first-hand account of the chaos. He wants some fluff piece about the heroic Steel Watch keeping the mob at bay, whether or not that's the truth or not. That the refugees here are desperate, hungry, scared people. They're no mob. They just want to be safe. I've heard the rumours. Absolutists marching from Moonrise Towers. Whole towns felled by strange curses. It's no wonder they ran. Of course, I can't write any of that. My editor only releases stories his friend Lord Gortash approves of. And he's very selective. At the Gazette's print house. Though it's in the lower city, so you'll need to get past the gates first. Come to think of it, you remind me of someone he was writing a piece about. You, might want to speak to him about that. Set the record straight before the ink is dry, so to speak. Now, if you don't mind, I've got some edits to make. Outraged.
The music stops. And I... Anything happened to you?
Look at you. You're exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you. Looking for lodgings? Don't bother. All the decent places are gone. Damned coronation.
I found so many victims for Cazador here. They're the kind of people no one would ever miss.
Staying in a brothel.
Listen, it's got private rooms, music.
Just think, someone will feel this.
Probably break his nose. Good point.
Why does Worm's Crossing have so few lodgings?
Sharess's caress isn't just about weapons.
Finest fish caught this morning. What'll it be? Come back soon. Fresh catch every day, guaranteed.
You are safe, my love. I'm here.
I wouldn't dare guess at them.
Honestly.
Which means we're getting a real...
Haven't we lingered long enough? For the ceremony.
We have time. The runaway is still missing after all. Nothing happened.
We should go. I do not want to face the Master if we're late for his Black Mass.
Soon, sister. I only need one more mark.
We have enough for the Master. No more are needed.
It's not for the Master, it's for me. I spent 100 years eating rats and dogs, but soon I'll be able to feast. I want someone there, ready for me. And once the Mass is done and our Lord grants us freedom, I can celebrate by drinking them dry.
Cazador promised you your freedom, and you believed him? Ha! You were never burdened with intelligence, Petras. But your load seems especially light these days.
Astarion! It cannot be.
Oh, that's no way to welcome back a brother, doll. Didn't you miss me?
Why would you come back? You got out. You were free.
Of course that's why he came crawling back. He wants to ascend with the rest of us. He heard about the ritual and the power our master will grant us. So he came back with his tail between his legs, hoping all would be forgiven.
You always were an idiot, Petras. Where is he hiding? Tell me!
Brother! Please!
You heard them. Tell me what I need to know. Now!
The Master is preparing the Black Mass. Beneath his palace. There's a defiled chapel. It was hidden there the entire time. Hidden from us all.
I'm going to stop Cazador.
What the hell's happened to you, Astarion? What are you?
I'm more than what I was. And I'm not afraid of anything anymore. The sun can't harm me. Khazad-dûr can't compel me. I'm the only person who can stop him. Now go, before I change my mind about roasting you, brother.
This isn't over, Astarion.
Poor fools. They actually think Khazad-dûr will save them. Yes, and they'll be trembling in fear when they tell him. They're no threat to us. And they have no choice but to do Khazad-dûr's bidding. I pity them. Worst of all, they don't know their fate's already set. They're doomed. The only question is whether their lives will be sacrificed to a monster like Khazad-dûr, or serve a greater purpose. 7 sigils on 7 spawn. And Khazad-dûr has the other 6. We have to face him and take that power for ourselves. Well, thank you, darling. But there's nothing to be afraid of. We're a team, after all. We are a team, aren't we? You are still with me? Then you'll help me in this. Nothing would make me happier. And now we know he's skulking beneath his palace. We can take the hunt to Khazad-dûr. All right, let's go. This place stinks of rat blood and despair.
Glad to see I'm not the only one on the wrong side of an omnipotent authority figure. Lae'zel did well to break free of Vlaakith's manipulations, though I doubt Vlaakith will let such insubordination go unpunished.
What word, my love?
Is there any?
Den.
That shapeshifter's key unlocks the door. Interesting. at the bed.
You notice some blood has pooled on the wooden floor. You notice the blood's source. A body hidden under the bed. Blood you noticed earlier still remains on the...
I know this key. It's identical to the one held by that corpse in the tunnels. Are those organs in these vials? Ugh. These tunnels were full of shapeshifters. Father Lorgan's name is written here too.
Break his nose.
Exactly. Pleasure isn't just physical, it's...
Careful, I might.
All's well that ends... not as bad as it could have.
Hear me out. Jerez's caress also has roots.
We are not staying in a brothel.
Jerez's caress. Strength. It has plenty of spare beds.
Come to Baldur's Gate, he said. Adventurers get welcomed as heroes, he said. Poxy Drim and his bleeding notions.
Den of decadent delights.
Bloody ages we spent hiking from Murren, and they won't let us in the city proper. Bollocks. We're adventurous, damn it. The bridge god chatted some shite about a coronation. Couldn't really make head nor tail of it.
You deserve to cut loose.
Did.
Librarian
You've been pulling
does this
all-nighters
thing
to
with
keep
a
watch.
witch where you
I know
honour
you have.
fools and-
I don't mind it. Honestly.
Well, I do.
Why are some people so strange about Jerez's caress? It's just sex. Jerez's caress isn't just about wetting your whistle. There's dancing,
Hear me.
drinks.
Jerez's caress.
Welcome to Charis's Caress, where the only thing that goes down easier than our drinks is our courtesans.
Now, that there's a face I'd remember if I'd seen it. Welcome to Jerez's Caress. What can Hoots do for you, stranger? You got a taste for ale, I reckon? Or maybe... Ah, forget it. My new brew could drop you in the wink of a spectator's eye. My business is slinging tankards, not hoarding secrets. I'd like to keep it that way. But You poke some folk hard enough, they're bound to squeal. And Mamselle Elmira there looks about ready to burst. You got it, but the new hooch is off limits. Can't have the mamsel leaping down my throat if I go burning yours. Pleasure to serve. Don't know about that, chum. Hoot's hooch packs a stronger wallop than all 10 of my knuckles. Could beef you up, sharpen your tongue, or knock you out cold. No telling till the first drop hits your gullet. Damn! The man knows what he wants. First one's on the house. So, don't come bawling to me if your big toes fall off or your tongue coils in a knot. Sheress Caress, the mamsel's brainchild. Wet your tongue, soak your skin, scratch your itch. Get the attention you want and avoid the attention you don't. Have a look. All set, are you? Have a look. All set, are you?
You're looking parched, sweetheart. Another tankard?
Hells, darling. Another sip and I'm like to spill over. But other hankering for spicier flavours. How about you give me a taste? I think it's time you shut your gob, buddy.
Don't worry your pretty head about the fist, love. I can play them all like a lute.
What'd you say, doll? Have a sit on my lap. Let's see what pops up.
Darling, how you set me a quiver. You are a beast among men. No, a dragon, setting my phoenix nest aflame. I shall slake your thirst, dragon. You will part your lips and drink of my essence.
Oh, I will drink your essence.
Hoots, order up! Another tankard for the fist.
Human boy insisting on playing his acoustic lute version of House of Wonders again.
I don't understand.
Is your boss here to be...
Cabaret here featuring Roll the Despoiler. The highest kicks in Baldur's Gate guaranteed.
Our Nim is
Really?
rather refined.
Nice.
But I suppose not nearly enough for him.
And nice. Come to pay your respects to the real lady of the house, I see. What a clever creature you are. It's your lucky day. I am receiving compliments at this time, and you are most welcome to make an offering. Oh, you flatterer. But you are, of course, correct. My tale is quite the marvel. The unwashed rabble who frequent this establishment have much to learn from your deference, and I must suffer their foibles alone. But they do say a burden shared is a burden halved. The Drow, two of our most popular courtesans. A night with them seems to be rather life-changing, if you can afford it. Of course, they are siblings, but judging from the throngs of clients they draw, most of the city is as disgusting as they are. Can't you hear from here? They're talking about the new top cat in the criminal underbelly. Go and listen for yourself. As for them personally, one never washes and instead douses himself with rose oil, while the other can't hold his drink. That's rather a broad topic. We get all sorts here. But there is one frequent visitor whose very presence offends me. He dresses fabulously, but stinks of the hells. Something infernal, to be sure. Abhorrent.
Another drow for my feasting eyes. In darkness bred, yet no less delicious for it. Elegant, decadent, and oh so dangerous. I know your bliss. A sturdy dwarf, a leather whip. She gives, you receive. Or have I misjudged you? Am I? Your eyes tell a story, sweeting. You crave more than pleasure, you crave penance. It's Fionn you seek, our stern librarian. She isn't here today, alas. Your penance must wait. Well, we've other ways to fill your void. A drink for one, a pair of drow for another. Choose your sin. sweeting. I'm no fortune teller. If I had a crystal ball, I promise I'd already have consulted it. Truth is, Fion's gone well missing. And my hands may be skillful, but they were not made to turn every last stone she might be hiding behind.
Murdered! Ye gods, the poor thing! Oh, by the mother of cats, I pray she didn't suffer. I'll miss that face. Else, the regulars will miss her more. They swarmed her like honeybees at the hive. Oh. Losing Fion slashed a big hole in my coin purse. I should get to replacing her.
I have little coin, but I offer sin in abundance. Talk with the Drow twins in the tap room. They're legends among the regulars, almost myths. Tell them they're your gift from the Mamselle, and let them show you why.
Anything else on your mind, sweeting?
Good rumple.
Thing with her not so much. I don't understand why there's such a type for so many.
Don't fret. You don't have to think about it.
I want to, but I just have such a...
Another case closed, another bottle open! Huzzah to Valeria! Hang on a tick. I recognize that face. You were talking to Yanis after I left the temple. I'll bet she's put you up to something. Why must you busybodies insist on interrupting a perfectly good night? I know that look. You remind me of Devella. Fine. If you doubt my conclusions, out with it. What have you found? My assistant. She's posted in the lower city investigating Duke Stelmane's murder. Now, back to it. What have you found? That's quite the discovery. Doesn't tell me everything, though. Why was Lorgan killed? Really? You as well? Devella's been harping on about Baal for months. Fancies herself something of an expert. I assumed it was just a bunch of conspiracy codswallop and fear-mongering. But she's been unusually insistent about this one, even for her. Fine. I'll bite. What's your theory? I'm off the clock. But this is Devella's pet project. Since you seem to be on an obnoxiously similar wavelength, why don't you seek her out? She'll be at the Elfsong Tavern. Show her the list, and I'll stay and inform the Fist here. Oh, and you'll need this pass. It'll give you access to the lower city. Well, what are you waiting for? You've a bloody conspiracy to solve. Move!
And nice. Oh.
You have the key to my heart.
I put it on especially for you.
Mate, it's your birthday. Don't take it off later.
Was that human
I
boy
want to give it
insisting
a
on
good
playing
rumple.
version of High House of Wonder?
I need a quick word.
This might end up being the first.
You can stare as much as you like.
9 hells! You followed me all the way here? What could you possibly want with me now? What? How? 9 hells? Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget. Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now. I can't tell you. I won't tell you. All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder. Inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to. Because I have to. Otherwise they'll kill me. It sounds terrible when you put it like that, but maybe you can put a stop to this whole operation. I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there. Tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it. There. I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
Here, take it. All of it. I don't care. You'll never see me again, I promise.
I barely got to sleep last night. And no. I wish I could kiss you better.
Was that human boy insisting on playing his... A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
An intriguing pair. Takes me back to my youth.
I used to work as a courtesan back home, and my sister as an artisanal masseuse. But men are treated like dogs by the Underdark's matriarchs, so we fled.
We found surfacers crave the body of a drow like a drug. Life is easy in our line of work.
Life is prosperous. I'm much happier kissing the many lips of the surface than tending a field or manning a shop.
I'd have to restrain myself far more than any play bindings do if I worked in another field. This is a place where I can be myself boundlessly. There are so many who come to me speaking of a fixation that no one else has ever been able to share with them, and never will again. A once-in-a-lifetime moment of passion. Every day. What could be better? Don't you want to try it?
Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick.
Menzoberranzan love magic. A formidable practice, usually only reserved for pleasing the most insatiable matriarchs in the city of spiders.
And is that your partner with you? What a gorgeous couple. Perhaps we could come to an agreement.
Darling, we're not fooling anyone. Unless you pay me to make a fool of you. You'll just have to see what is in store. We are twins.
We can make up a little show of kissing each other, but when we are hired at the same time, there are often many other clients in the room to attend to.
Well, there are two of us, aren't there? Use your imagination.
There are scant few customers today.
I want to give it a good rumple.
Don't fret. You don't have to think about a thing.
I want to. I just have such a headache.
I wish I could kiss you better. I mean, to try. Forget your work. These four walls are a world.
Sorry, I've just felt so distracted recently. Such fog coursing through my brain.
Look at me. You need only think of me.
You have the key to my heart in that.
I put it on especially for you.
Don't take it off later.
Really?
I want to give it a good rumple.
Lovely. And nice. Oh.
My love. I won't let anything happen to you.
Look at you. I'm exhausted. You've been pulling all-nighters to keep watch. I know you have.
I don't mind it.
Don't you
two have
rocks for brains? Well, what do you mean we're getting real?
Here, you haven't even got inside yet.
Inside.
Brothel? Pleasure house? The ladies are talking out their asses. Besides,
Give me.
Shortages. Rationing.
Also has.
What if anything's chance?
if it'll make you feel better, then fuck.
God, you're beautiful.
it.
Everyone is Shiraz.
Let's just stick to the list.
If the Absolute's armies lay siege, they won't care about a stupid list. We have to...
You told me the armor was the
Up there, Danthlon's dancing axe. The Harper's safe house Jaheira mentioned.
Enjoyed it.
You're not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Oh, my heart flutters at the thought.
I'd love to see one of them in a fight.
Whether you're getting hammered or getting
They
nailed,
crush everyone.
we've got the tool for the job.
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Balduran? Gortash, do you mean? Those metal hunks do not obey a man who sees reason. There is no negotiating with the dead gods is chosen. They know only the language of punishment and pain. To make Baldur's Gate a safe haven, we'll first need to bathe Gortash and Orin in their own blood. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim? I asked Father later. No, he said. A stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Something's always gnawed at me. At the banquet, Stelmane didn't seem to look at us, but through us. But that second time, her gaze never left me. It was steel, sharp and unyielding. It could just be my imagination, but I always felt that it was more than a stroke that had changed her. What, though? I couldn't say. Nonsense. Stelmane was no less worthy of life or success because she was disabled. Her death is no blessing. It is a calculated cruelty. Think about it. My father was Tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, he must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it.
How can I help? I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
Vlaakith's a fearsome one. The sort it's hard to say no to. But Lae'zel said it anyway, to her immense credit. She's choosing truth. She's choosing freedom. For her, for Orpheus, for the Githyanki people. I wish I knew a good Githyanki cheer to celebrate the occasion, but the only gift phrases I've picked up are the sweary sort. That's the spirit.
The pride of the gate. alive, so that's progress.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear? Us. I still love the sound of that. There is nothing I'd like more. Delicious.
You truly are a feast for my eyes. Nature outdid itself with you. Did you wish to speak? Wherever you need me. I'll be right here in camp. Take care out there.
We just played host to an undying queen. Oh, and that's without our fine silverware. Lae'zel has courage turning her back on a lifetime's belief. As for us, best we stay out of interplanar politics, I think. Orpheus is on his own. But should Great Vlaakith come to settle a score with Lae'zel, well, I might be convinced to kill her.
Undying or not, she was very loud.
As you wish. Do what must be done.
What to do?
No screw too loose.
Did you get rid of their gyronetic? Or their targeting modules?
Let the man breathe. That watch is flying.
Leather-like.
Did you see how far that watch threw me?
Welcome to Danthilon's dancing axe. Our stock isn't used. It's tried and tested by the finest adventurers. Don't draw any trouble on old Enthal. He acts like he's up for it, but he's retired for a reason.
What I wouldn't give to meet the Gondian who invented the steel one.
You break it, you... Well, knowing Enthal, it was already broken.
Yes, but they were...
Greetings, sir. Your noble bearing brings a little class to my humble...
Oh, you can turn off the charm, Enthal. He's with me.
Blueberries. Thought I had a sale. You look tired, Harper.
I missed you too. They're already here?
Down below. Here's the key. Ha! Clearly you do not know our Harper Most High.
I wouldn't say that. We've traveled a long road together in a short time. The others will be taking their ease here. Enthal has been known to shelter Harpers when they need it.
Enthal has been known to charge rent. Harpers have been known to ignore him. Now go on. The short father may send me an actual paying customer today. To buy? You're already my favorite. A pleasure. Jaheira needs more friends like you. Right, Sonny. You're on the door till our friends are done. God forbid we do any business today.
Best keep your hands to yourself. You're being watched.
Hi, Harper. May Selûne's tears shine on this meeting.
A very formal greeting, Geraldus. You are well?
Yes. Hi, Harper. Standing beneath Selûne's tears.
The lad's a little nervous, Jaheira. We heard of your great victory against Ketheric.
I understand, Geraldus. Take a moment. And you, Harper. There is something familiar about you. Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Oh, Jaheira. Orin promised you'd make for challenging prey, but then you brought an idiot along.
Doesn't she remind you of our old friend Marcus?
Jaheira will see through them. She must. She's fought doppelgangers before.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Shall we cut and run? This way.
More!
The straight path.
This is my time. No time to waste.
I've missed this. Don't linger. Seems like a lot.
Orin's doppelgangers. How many has she brought to Baal's side, I wonder? Where am I needed?
This armor
whatever it takes.
Let's go to Calm's guns. She has them.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Did I get it right?
Sheluna's tears. It is said no false face can stand beneath their light. An old code, Harper. But yes, you got it right. Now I need your report.
We had eyes on suspected cultists in the city, like you asked. We thought we were tracking them, but...
They were tracking you instead, evidently. Doppelgangers.
And they're not just working with the cult, High Harper. They're part of it. Ballists, I think.
Sworn to Orin the Red, yes. We've already had the pleasure. Go on.
Everything seemed fine until your latest orders. Until we started to search for the Rashomon. They struck the same night. I woke to one of them strangling Chelvin, while smiling at me out of her face. She said... It said... that I'd report back to you as normal. Lure you here, and... I had no choice!
I'm sure it felt that way, Geraldus. The others were likely dragged back to Orin. Tortured. Sacrificed. I do not expect you to die for me. But to risk Entharl, any citizen who might have wandered in, there is always a choice. And the Harper must be able to make the hard ones. Perhaps this isn't the life for you after all, Geraldus.
No, Jaheira! High Harper, please! I'm still a Harper. I want to help!
You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else? This work isn't for everyone, boy, and there is no shame in that. Go home to your mother, and leave the task to us.
Yes, High Harper.
Just Jaheira to you now. Go on. I have all the help I need. You've scarcely signed up, boy. And there is a war coming. Why die a Harper when you could still live as anything else?
I want to fight. For Chelvin. For all of them. So it means something.
Death is death. To look for meaning in it is foolishness, boy. Childish storybook nonsense. Exactly the kind the Harper would spout, I suppose. Fine. I have no right to make the choice for you. Not when this mess is of my making. I sent the Harpers hunting after the cult, without thinking what it would mean to be hunted in turn. Now they are compromised. And if not for you, I wouldn't even know it. I'm sorry, Geraldus. Harper. And I owe you an apology as well. I haven't told you everything I hope to learn here today. First, Geraldus, you're the last Harper in the city I can rely on. lay low and rest while you can. I have matters to discuss with my friend here. I have not been overly generous with the truth. I came here to learn of the Chosen, true enough. But I set my Harper searching for someone else, too. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Minsc of Rashomon?
Despite her expectant gaze, the name means nothing to you.
Street whalers spin stories from the time of troubles. And they save the strangest ones for Minsc. It happens that in his case, most of them are true. Minsc is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. There always is. But that is still the fundamental fact of it. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Minsc charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. If I was any kind of friend, I'd have loosed an arrow myself. Or so I thought. Until I met you. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsc's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without the means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path. I'll have a better idea of what that is once we're through the gates. Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
Now here's someone who appreciates the finer things. Welcome, sir. Stop. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Exhale slowly through the mouth. Now you've just sampled some of Baldur's Gate's finest incense. Delicious, no? There's no accounting for taste. You may find my selection somewhat misaligned with your particular preferences. I must say I'm rather proud of it. The wood panelling cost a fortune, but it's so worth it for the luxe atmosphere it provides. Everything alchemical from potions to poisons. Just do make sure you read the label before quaffing. Hmm? Be sure to savor each purchase.
This armor was such a bargain.
If your lot have cracked another bloody cask,
They're dead, Entharl. Doppelgangers were using them as bait.
Seems they snared more than they could skin in you. Did Geraldus survive?
Alive. But he'll need some time to recover.
I'll tuck the boy up tight till he's ready to get back to harboring. What will you do?
Continue the hunt.
Aye. Silly question, I suppose.
For a tour of the Steelwatch Foundry. As if any of us would be so fortunate.
Need something? I've got the tools for any job. Any job. Whatever you're working on, hope that fixes it for you. Whether you're getting hammered or getting nailed.
We're shopping for a suit. Dinner with my parents, remember?
Hello? Hi! Hi, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Gums. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. What can I do you for? Ugh. If it's empty patty you want, get your clothes from my brother Figaro. But if it's genuine quality and genuine taste you're after, Calms Garms has you covered. Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember, Calms Garms, here for all your fashion needs.
Hello? Want to talk? I love to talk. Put him up. Put him up. Yay! You spoke to me. Nobody ever talks to me. My name's Narber, adventurer to be, soon to be the best adventurer anyone's ever seen. As soon as I figure out what kind of adventurer I want to be. What do you think? Can I be a fighter? Sure. I'll just raise my fists and... it's no use. I can't do it. Guess old Narber's more of a talker than a fighter. Right you are. I'll just find something to punch, I guess. It won't hurt, will it? No, surely not.
Welcome back to Calms Garms. We've got clothes for your... arms? What do you need? A killer? That's... gods. I've no love from my brother, but that's extreme. He doesn't deserve that. Thanks for warning me, but it's him that needs warning, and he never listens to me. You wouldn't either, if you knew him like I did. Since Dad died, he thinks he's cock of the bloody walk, that I should give up my shop and work for family business. For him, dick. Maybe you should keep your nose out of where it doesn't bloody belong. Now, you want clothes or not? Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember, come.
You are not wearing armor to meet my mother and father.
Always nice to be wanted.
Sharp as ever.
Moonshade Fleece. Could be, could be.
Trust no one.
No, that's not quite right.
Blade at the ready.
Ahoy, stranger. Thanks for stopping by Calm's Garms. I'm Calm. Well, Carmen. Welcome. Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember. Sounds good. Get you something a bit fresher than your current outfit. Remember.
Let me guess, you need something.
one's stopped me yet.
Garnish on this leather What?
Yes, darling, it's very leather-like.
What am I needed?
Well,
Did you get to look at
we're
their
shopping for a
gyrometics?
suit.
Or their targeting modules?
Dinner with my parents, remember?
Watcher sent him flying.
Did you see how far that watcher threw me? Must have been 10 legs.
Got a long road ahead.
Tried to climb up one, you madman!
How else was I supposed
Let's
to
go
see
to
the
Calm's
optics?
Gardens. She has the most fabulous sendal. It's perfect for a shirt.
I would, but this armor was pricey.
You told me the armor was a
Give to
bargain.
me the Gondian who invented the steel watch. Good armor is hard to find. Actually, Gortash invented the steel watch.
You are not
No,
wearing
he merely
armor
offered patronage.
to meet my mother
The
and father.
Gondians built the steel watch. Yes, but they were Gortash's idea, which makes him the inventor.
How about we settle on the Gondians and Gortash invented them? The stitching on this leather armor is
Yes, darling, it's
Whether
very
you're getting hammered or getting
leather-like.
nailed, we've got the tools for the job.
Imagine seeing a watch at Carnival for the first time.
No screw too loose, no door too handy. My tools can fix anything.
You want past? Talk to Ellen.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not close to Duke Ulder Ravengard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? I know Ravengard, and last I knew, his spawn wasn't sporting those horns. The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it. Won't be. You don't look the posh sort. Last door on the right. Go on. Make merry. Lower the gates! Special permission!
The city fell under Gortash.
Halt! We do not know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place. Confident, dominant, commanding.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. You are the prison bearer, slayer of the dread General Ketheric Thorm. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Gortash. We shouldn't have any more trouble from the guards.
Make your way to the audience chamber.
Hells, not this again.
The brain appears to be resisting its masters. It's not of its own will.
What? Oh, what are you doing in here?
You notice the gnome slip a lockpick into his pocket.
You're not a fist. Go on, get out, or I'll wake the others. I'm no thief. I was going to pay it back. Eventually. I needed the gold. I'm getting out of here. Taking a ferry down the coast to get me home. Those bloody crooks at the docks are charging triple, though. Danger money. It's a joke. You haven't heard? An army is coming. They're saying it's unstoppable. My wife said we have to stand and fight, and I can't. I won't. I'm not made for this. Really? You'll just give it to me? Look. Hidden up on the roof, you'll find all the stuff I stole. You can have it. Thank you. I'll never forget this. Never. Around.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Are they going to arrest us?
Let's rehearse this one more time.
It won't
Pretend
happen,
I'm
I
a
swear.
fist and tell me what you were doing in the house.
Well.
Nothing's gonna happen to us.
Lord
Tell them what
Gortash
happened,
is expecting
and we'll be
you.
home in no time.
Please make your... Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
My friend means to say is that the witness must have been...
Calm down, dear. It won't happen, I swear.
Better. I almost believed you this time.
I can't really glaze that pizza. He wasn't even there.
Yes?
Nothing's gonna happen. Lord Enver Gortash. Handsome, noble, authoritative. He watches over the city, seeing everything.
Well, you're officialness. We broke down the door because it...
I don't know. All we can do is be patient.
Witness who says you entered the house before the fire started.
Who said that? Hold right there, bloody...
Are they going to arrest us? What if they throw us in jail?
Calm down, dear. It won't happen.
Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
Something's not right about those steel watchers.
Lord
I'm telling you.
Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber.
If it isn't little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Mizora, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Please make your way. Is expecting you. Please make your way to the audience chamber. Lord Gortash is expecting you. Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, but a moment. The Blade of Frontiers graces our halls, and he's wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided if you and I come to an understanding. Together, we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters, but she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
So Ketheric was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise, but you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
An imposter? But who in the hells?
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Myrkul's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then we proceed. The Patriarchs await. Distinguished Dukes, Patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Truest of souls, bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. Why do you say this? Only the shadows would name the sun a tyrant. Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. And it will be Gortash who ignites the final spark.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind, then dissipates. The astral prism vibrates in concord.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more. Ravengard falters.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror. The city of Baldur's Gate taken by Illithids. But beyond the terror, there is hope. You see a beaming Raven Guard presiding over the sunlit city, applauded by the people. A people at peace.
So, the real man is still in there. Somewhere.
Have we finished, then?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Kill Orin and take her Netherstone. And do not return until it is done.
Bring it at once.
Pink clary it is, my good lady.
But perhaps a mint wine.
The city is only as strong as its walls. Gortash understands this.
This area is restricted under orders of Lord Enver Gortash. Intruders are subject to deadly force.
Oh, nice, Kay. Why must you make everything such a bother?
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
That should tell you something.
Something's not right about those steel watches. I'm telling you.
So, we have a shape changer at our camp. Good luck finding her. You could watch out for anyone acting strangely, but, well, you know the lunatics we camp with. Then I'll see you tonight, you sweet, generous thing.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
shapeshifter infiltrating our number. Like a cuckoo creeping into the nest. A dire threat, if Gortash indeed spoke the truth.
If Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. You might want to confirm the veracity of his claim, or at least clean up the mess.
An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, it could be anyone. You, me... Well, not me, I know who I am. Perhaps we shouldn't take Gortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we need to be careful. Orin could have eyes and ears on us right now. I hope so. So long as I'm willing to stroll right into the Mother Superior's trap, they have no reason to not tell me where to go. If by warm you perhaps mean a flaming arrow, I doubt they'll attack in public. No, I expect they'll point me in the right direction so I can face my reckoning away from prying eyes. Not quite. Above all else, protecting our base of operations in Baldur's Gate was the reason I had to surrender my memories to begin with. Or at least, that's what I was led to believe. We should look for someone to point me in the right direction. Otherwise, we'll have little recourse but to wander the whole city searching.
Hope you're keeping well, friend.
Yes?
What's on your mind?
Our camp houses an imposter, then. Say nothing. Trust no one. Not even me.
I brought my own paring knife, and now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make...
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps the girl has left. She left behind. Hast thou other business?
You smell very delicious, but I will not bite. Ooh, more.
Nature has been most kind to let me share in your heart. What do you need? This place is not for me, perhaps. But with you by my side, and the shadow curse of fading memory, I shall keep my head high.
An imposter in our camp. We must identify them. And quickly. Without trust, our fellowship is doomed to wither and die.